Hi, today we are in Madrid at Ticketbis with Jon and Ander. Who are you and what do you do?
Hi, my name is Jon Uriarte. I am one of the CEOs of Ticketbis. I was born in Bilbao. I studied there, and when I finished my degree, I went to work to London. I worked for almost 2 years in M&A in Merrill Lynch. Then I moved to Morgan Stanley. I was working in the private wealth management department. And after that, I was a bit tired of the London lifestyle and banking style. And I quit it and I came to Spain to start up my own business, Ticketbis.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, my name is Ander and it's quite similar to Jon. Actually, I'm the other CEO of Ticketbis. And similar to Jon, I studied in Spain. Then I moved to London to work in Morgan Stanley, merger and acquisition of an investment bank. 3 years there, got very tired of it. Then I met Jon in an airport, actually. It was interesting. And we decided it was time for us to leave. We saw different opportunities. And at the end, in February 2009, we quit our jobs and here we are now.
Great, okay. How did you come up with this business idea of Ticketbis?
Yeah, I mean, what we did is look at several opportunities. We knew we wanted to leave the bank. I mean, we have enough of investment bank. So what we did is look at several businesses that were very successful in the US. There was no similar competition in Europe or Latin America. And so we look at different business model. And at the end, we're looking at 6-7 different business models. We realized that this was the one that was the greater opportunity and that would like to pursue, what we like the most. So once we knew that, we quit our jobs, and with that presentation, we went back to our hometown of Bilbao.
Our hometown.
And to his parents' house, actually.
Yeah.
And we make our office in his parents' house and start the business.
What have been the major criteria for selecting this business idea over others?
Very good.
First one, because there weren't many competitors. There were some, and they were quite big, but they were focused in developed countries such as US and UK. Second one is because the margins were very high. Our commissions are 25%. And third one is because financially speaking, it was a very good business. Because first, you get the money from the buyer, and then you pay the seller, the ticket seller. So you keep this money in your bank account. So this financially was really good. And then maybe the last one, this is not very numerical, it's more like for feelings, is that this is a sector that is very appealing because you are in contact with music, with sports, football games, and we like it a lot. So these are the 5 factors.
Okay. Explain your business model. How does it work?
Well, basically, Ticketbis is a fan-to-fan exchange. So basically, we allow fans to either sell or buy tickets, and we provide this technology, a platform where the fans can get, when they go there, if they have an extra ticket for a game they're not gonna go, or they want to sell it for whatever reason, they can sell it simply in 2 steps, 2 or 3 steps. Yeah. And if they are not being able to buy the tickets originally because the event is sold out, or maybe there is tickets below face value in the platform, for whatever reason, they can go to Ticketbis, look at the offer, buy the tickets that they want, and go to the event, right? So we give this chance to the fans.
Okay, this is a kind of secondary marketplace for tickets.
Correct.
Between individuals. Matching the demand and supply. What is the typically ratio you would say from people who are just registered and are interested in getting tickets and people providing the tickets?
To be honest, there's a ratio that is mostly 50%, 60% people who put the tickets with details and everything finally find a buyer for those tickets. Okay. But at the end, it really depends on the characteristic of the tickets. The event is a demand event, and the price. The price is the most important thing. I mean, if you sell your ticket and you put a ridiculous price, you're not gonna sell your ticket, right? It's just a matter of how much would you want back for your ticket. You put a price that is below face value. There's a big chance that a fan is gonna buy the ticket and buying it from you instead of buying it from the primary market, right?
And is it that the people who are selling these tickets are putting a fixed price, or is it auction based?
No, it's not auction based.
Okay.
It's fixed price, but they can change the price.
Sure.
Yeah, they start with the price, and depending on the supply, they put it lower.
They can change them.
Yeah, they can change.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's like a competition among sellers. So if you have another seller who is putting the price lower than you,
Yeah.
you're going to lower it because you want to sell your ticket. So you can change your price.
Okay, and I assume you are commission based.
Correct.
And what is your average commission on a ticket sale?
Yeah, what we charge is 10% to the seller, 15% to the buyer.
Ah, okay.
So we charge 25% total of the transaction, and it's a commission standard in the market. I mean, we copy a model that was in the US that have been working very successfully for quite a long time, and we just copy that model, the commission-based model, and it's the same. All our competitors use the same commission model.
So basically, you collect the money 100%. You get 25% of it, and you need to pay also the payment cost, PayPal, I don't know, credit card.
We pay that's 25% cover everything from sending the ticket from seller to buyer. To our guarantee, to keeping the ticket, to transferring the money to the seller, dealing with if there is any problem. There's normally no problem, but if there's anything, we're dealing with it. So it covers absolutely all the service.
And the tickets, are they all, let's say, really on a paper based, or are there also virtual tickets?
It depends on the country. For example, in Southern Europe and Latin America, there are most paper tickets.
Okay.
But in more developed countries like Germany or France, you can see paper tickets, but the trend is that they are going to e-ticket.
And how do you acquire these fans to use your platform?
That is a very good question. Well, at the end, when you enter a new market, you need first the sellers, right? So what we do is we go to the market and we announce that the platform is there. So there is people who can actually they can sell their tickets. Sometimes even at the beginning, we are the ones who provides the first ticket for our market. Yeah. So we are providing the first ticket when you enter a market. So there is some inventory in the marketplace at the beginning. But then it kicks off very fast. Once the fans start knowing that there is a place where they can sell their tickets and buy their tickets, they start putting tickets for sale. Fans can buy their tickets, and it comes quite nice and quite quickly. At the end, it's a service that is needed, right? Before Ticketbis arrived to a lot of the market where there is we don't have any competition, like all Latin America and most part of Asia. There wasn't a platform where you could do this. So the only solution to get a ticket from the secondary market was to actually go to the street to a tutor that is in front of the stage, and I send you the ticket, and you don't really know what's going to happen. Or the other option was go to a forum and get together with a guy who said you, I'm going to sell you the ticket for €100, and you meet him somewhere in the town, and he's going to give you a paper ticket that you don't know if it's valid or not, and you're going to give you some money, and let's see what happens on the day of the event, right? So what we have seen is the service is very well acquired in the markets. Fans really like it because it gives another chance to get their tickets and to sell their tickets. So the times for the market to kick off in markets where there is no competition is quite low, actually.
Okay, but answering your question, how we get the buyer?
I thought you were saying the seller. I don't know. Sorry.
No, the buyer. You started with the seller, it's fine.
Okay.
The buyer. We focus our marketing strategy mainly in online marketing. So we have SEO, SEM, affiliates. And also we do like we have a communications team and we do some
PR. Okay.
Yeah. And now we are doing some tests in offline marketing, like advertisement in radios, and newspapers, and in TV.
Okay, but I think it's totally great move there for if you're entering a new market and just for creating some kind of shelf inventory that you yourself are becoming the trader. I mean, it's quite related to your former work.
But you need to do it at the beginning for the market to start. Then you get out, but it's fans start selling the tickets, fans are buying the tickets.
Yeah, because if you get the buyer and there is no inventory, there are no tickets, this guy is not going to come again to your site.
But when you create the first inventory for if you enter a new country, are you focusing on specific niche? I don't know, specific artists or specific sports types or something like that? Because I mean, it's quite capital intensive to provide all.
No, we don't.
Okay.
No, we don't.
We start with the most demanded events, like the main singers or bands, and the main football teams, for example. And then the market starts working, sellers start coming to our market, and we don't invest anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Corporate strategy. So what do you think, what makes you special and create a competitive advantage if you are entering a market? So why should people continue buying with your platform or selling the tickets except of other platforms?
Well, what we do different on other platforms is that we have we're a global company, but we have a local focus. I mean, in a lot of the markets, we have an office, we have local people. Here in actually Madrid, we have 29 different nationalities. So for us, it's not just opening a market, it's not just open the website. We have local guys, in most of the country, we have local entity as well. So we have a little bit of a weird mix between a more global business, but with the local component that I think is important. That's one of our key difference.
Yeah, and then we are very strong in marketing. Our marketing budget is not very high, but our team does a very good job. So we can probably say that we are very good at that. We can compete against anyone. And then on the other side, on the seller side, we think our relationship with our sellers is very close, very good. So they tend to stay with us.
Okay, understood. Are you making money on the first client, or is it more that you want to have on a repeat customer base and that you need at least on average 2 or 3 purchases or sales in order to break even?
Yeah, we always go for when our marketing strategy, we always go for a positive ROE. We don't do any LTVs of clients or anything. There's nothing like that. So normally what we do is our marketing budget is very low, as Jen was saying. We have been doing all we have done is with a very low budget, but it's because of that, because we have a very strict way to spend it, and it has to be a positive ROI from day zero, from day one. Right. So that's how we have been doing it, and we have been able to grow the business in a lot of countries with very little finances.
That's great.
Yeah, we haven't reached the break-even point yet because we have been very aggressive. If we were only in Spain or in a few countries, we would be like positive numbers for sure. But the thing is that we have opened many countries in the last few years. We're in more than 20 countries right now. And when you open a country, it's an investment. You need like between 8 or maybe 8 and 24 months in order to
make it profitable.
Yeah, totally. How do you perceive the market development for the primary ticket market and the secondary ticket market in, let's say, the Spanish-speaking countries?
Yeah, I mean, our model that we look at it is the more developed market, right? It's the US. In the US, you can see the primary market. That was the only thing that existed in 2001 when this first website was created. It was called StubHub. That was actually acquired by eBay a while ago. What they were able to do is put in the mind of the customer that if the ticket is sold out, there is another way to get the ticket, right? And that has made the US market, the secondary US market, to go from 0 in 10 years to 4.5 billion last year.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You compare to the primary market is there around there is 22 billions.
Okay.
So it's 4 to 22, but the difference, the primary market, the commission is around 7%. Secondary is 25%, right? If you look at the revenue base, they are not that far away.
Yeah.
In Europe, Latin America, or Asia, the secondary market is still very, very little. I mean, it's except in the UK where it's more developed. Germany is getting there as well. Yeah. The rest of the countries, the secondary market is very unknown by the population. Population don't know that they have a safe place where they can buy tickets or anything. It's not known. That makes that the people, when their event is sold out, or even when they need to find a ticket, they don't go first to the secondary market to see if there is prices below face value or anything. They go direct to the primary market and then don't look that much outside of it. So, but this trend is changing, of course. The secondary market is developing very quickly in Europe and Latin America, and soon Asia, hopefully, because we are starting there. And we are seeing a trend that is growing much, much faster than the primary market. Primary market is stable. The secondary market is growing very fast. Just to give you a sense, I mean, in the time we have been operating the company, first year we did 1 million euros in gross ticket sales. Second year we did 5. Third year we did 12. Fourth year 28. And this year we're going to be over 60. So it's growing very fast. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned, as it's going right now.
55, 60.
But so as you see, the develop is always doubling every year, and we don't see an end to the trend in the short term, to be honest.
Okay, and if you look at this secondary market, what is the major driver why it is not as developed as the primary market? Is it because the people don't trust it yet, or because they don't know about it, or is there another reason for it?
There's a mix, but
it's a mixture. First of all, they don't know about it. Yeah. If you go here in Spain, you go to the street and you ask, a place where to buy tickets for a sold out event, most people have no idea about it.
Yeah.
They say, okay, you have to go to the street.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
This is the first point. Then the second one is trust. Before Ticketbis arrived, people used to usually use like second-hand website
Yeah.
or classified website.
Yeah.
So there, you contact another person, you call him or her. You have to meet this person in the street. Maybe the tickets they give you are fake.
Yeah.
So people, these sites are not trustworthy, no.
Correct.
So there is you have our for us like the key factor is trust.
Okay, so but from my point of view, it's just lowering the transaction costs because, as you said, the former times the people go to a forum, spend time, call the people, spend money, and for the telecommunication, meet these guys, etc. So it all compared to kind of opportunity costs. And if you now make it possible with trust, with a trusted system, maybe some ratings of sellers, etc., to lower this kind of transaction cost, maybe that's why the people are buying.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
We always try to share some insights with our readers from entrepreneurs like you. And you made a lot of mistakes.
Of course, like all entrepreneurs, we did a lot of mistakes.
But we always want to share and help the people to become better entrepreneurs. And what are your top 4 or 5 mistakes that you made, and what should other first-time entrepreneurs do in order to not make them?
Okay. First one, I would say, the easy one for me. First one, I would say focus. Sorry, think another one. I mean, when we launched the business, we have a lot of ideas. We start with the secondary ticket platform with Ticketbis, but at the same time, 6 months later, we launched another website that was called Eventbis. Basically, it's a Eventbrite. I don't know if you know Eventbrite.
Yeah, sure.
Similar copycat of Eventbrite in do-it-yourself ticketing model for primary markets. And we launched it in Spain. At some point we even have it in Italy, working in Mexico, Brazil, in several countries. Yeah. And we did that in parallel of Ticketbis. Yeah. And to be honest, it didn't work. It didn't work because they were a small company, and we didn't have the focus. We couldn't have the focus on both things. It was impossible to have the resources for both things. Yeah. So at the end, what happened is the two models are different. Ticketbis goes very fast. You get revenues quite easy, and it was working very well. The other one is a more medium-term business where you need to get all the promoters on board, and little by little you make a small base that grows every year, right? It was two completely different business. So what happened at the end with the team is they tend to go to the one that was going faster, and the other one we little by little abandon it. Until at some point that we decide that better kill it because we are losing focus on the main thing, right?
And with focus, do you mean like time or money or both? Or?
Both.
Okay.
Both, definitely. It's just if you have an idea, go for it until the end. Don't start
until the end. If it works,
if it works, if it works, go. It doesn't work, okay, you can try to find something around. But if it works, don't start thinking of other ideas that might work. If you have something that works, go for it.
The problem is that when you're an entrepreneur, you always have many ideas.
And
in the beginning, an idea is an opportunity for you. It's like, okay, you're doing this. Yeah, but we could do that and this and that. And you feel all of them are opportunities that if you don't do, you're going to lose them. So you try to do all of them.
Exactly. That's a mistake.
You have resources, you have time, you have money, you have experience. So that was a great error.
I mean, imagine we were very little. We have raised until now. We have raised €4.5 million in equity. That's all we have raised. And at that moment, for the last first 2 years, we spent at the end. We make a calculation around around $500,000, 1 million on this part of the business.
$500,000, 600,000.
Okay.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money for us. It was a lot of money, and a lot of time we think, what would have happened if we have spent that money in growing faster Ticketbis? I mean, where we will be right now? I'm sure we'll be doing much bigger numbers than we're doing right now.
Understood.
So that was one of the first mistakes. Now it's your turn, Jon.
The second one is focus. No, the second one is in the first stages of the business, don't focus too much in product.
Okay.
Try to spend your money in other things, especially in sales, marketing, and people.
Okay.
Because when you start, for example, in an online business, you start preparing the site, and instead of launching it and then improving it. You want to launch like a perfect version of it because you think, okay, my friends are going to look at it, my mom, my family. You think you're going to get a lot of traffic from the very beginning, and that's not true. It's like maybe one person is going to visit your site, and it's your brother or your mom. So no problem of launching like not a very good version. And instead of doing that, you should spend or invest that money on people, on talent. This
The key.
great investment, and in marketing and sales.
Okay. So these are the first two.
This is getting interesting. Okay, third one.
Another third one.
Yeah, another third one. No, this one is time is no focus. It's something different. No, I will say because that happened to us when you launch a country. One of the things a lot of people tell you is to register the brand.
Yeah.
At the beginning, we didn't believe them. So, for example, we launched in Mexico. That happened to us. We launched in Mexico. 6 months later that we launched in Mexico, oh, the business is going good. Let's register the brand, because for us, spending 1,000 euros at that moment was like, I don't want to spend 1,000 euros in register brand. That's stupid.
Yeah.
We didn't do it. 6 months later, when we tried to do it, somebody had registered our brand.
Okay.
It was a primary ticket company that we were not direct competitor, but they saw that we were entering ticketing company. Oh, I'm gonna register the brand.
Okay.
So now we are in a law of suits to get the brand back and everything. So instead of spending 1,000, we're spending 50 or 60,000 to get him the brand back, right? So I don't know. We don't know yet what is gonna be the final bill, but it's gonna be much more than the original 1,000 euros. That's for sure. Another advice is believe in people who tell you to register brand. If you have an idea and you use a model that is more or less working, register the brand quickly.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it totally makes sense. I would compare how much investment am I putting into this market, and if it's like 50 or 100,000 euros in advertising, building a brand, and I did not protect it,
exactly,
then I'm at risk. And then the question is, how high is the probability of me having to go to court for a lawsuit?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
2-1, right?
Hey, come on, Jon. Pressure.
Okay, fourth one.
Last one, right?
I have another one.
This interview will go a little bit longer, like 2 hours.
And you turn this on there. The fourth one, it was a huge error, is the partner.
Thank you.
I'm joking, but this is an advice, this is not an error. But I think the partner, you can do it on your own, but I think having a partner is really good, because like starting your business is every time up and down and up and down, and you need someone to compensate it, especially if it is like a positive person, really positive person like Ander. Then if you choose a partner, if you are going to do it with a partner, you should try to be like a complementary partner, or compatible partner. Maybe you have some strengths but a lot of weaknesses, and your weaknesses should be like compensated by your partner. So you have to choose the right one. And be careful with your friends and your family, because maybe you think, okay, this friend is going to be the best partner, and maybe he's not, and you lose a partner, you lose a friend, or you lose a family guy or something.
That's right. Okay, thank you very much, Jon and Ander.
Thank you.
And maybe next time when you buy a ticket, visit Ticketbis.
There we go.
For sure. I hope so.
Thank you.